In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brake flex hoses on this Audi S4. These are going to be located behind the rear wheels. Let's get into it. In the trunk, you need to lift up on this cover right here. There's a little handle that will hold that out of the way. On the left side of the spare tire, you're going to grab this toolbox. If you lift the handle, then you can pull it up. Open this up. It's just a couple levers. And then you're looking for this key. Grab this key. Remove the center cap. Take that key. There's a hole right there. Just go in the hole, pull that off. Using a 17mm socket, take the lug bolts off. Before I take the last one off, I'm just going to hold the wheel, prevent it from falling. Then grab the wheel and pull it off. Now we're going to compress the brake pedal. And I'm just going to use a hood prop, have it up against the seat, and leave that on there. That's going to close the valve in the master cylinder, so most of the brake fluid's not going to leak out. I'm going to remove the inner wheel well liner. Use a T25 socket. Take these screws out. And right here. Get that one out. There's another one on the other side of the shock. Take those out. That out, and take the wheel well housing out, or liner out. Using a 11mm line wrench, I'll loosen up the fitting. Make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. You might lose a little bit of fluid. There you go. Take that off. Take that spring off for now. And this is stuck in there a little bit. And I'm just going to use some pliers. Just wiggle this back and forth a little bit. Pull that out of the bracket. There we go. And using a 13mm wrench, loosen up the banjo bolt. There you go. Take the banjo bolt out. Have a drain bucket underneath still. I'm going to take the banjo bolt out. I'm just going to use some pliers on the seal. Just hold the seal. And using a 13mm socket, just unscrew it and pull that off. If you have to, you could cut the seal if you need to. Pull the banjo bolt out, take the other seal off. I'm going to take a new seal, go over the banjo bolt, and go through the hose, and then put another seal on the base. Line that up on the caliper and get that started. And we'll tighten that down. Snug that down. And if you can get a torque wrench on there, you want to torque that bolt to 28 foot-pounds. Here we go. It's good. And I take the hose, you can go through the bracket, Line that up, make sure the hose is not twisted. And we'll take that spring clip, put that over the hose, and take the fitting, and get the fitting started by hand. There we go, that's started. And tighten that down. If you can get a torque wrench on there, you want to torque that to 11 foot-pounds. Now just remove the hood prop from the brake pedal. Then we're going to take the cap off the bleeder screw. Use a 10mm wrench. Just have a drain bucket underneath. Open up the bleeder screw. And we just want to gravity bleed the brakes. Once you get a nice steady stream without any air bubbles, then we're going to close it up. So I see a little bit of air bubbles, so let it drip for about a couple minutes. All right, that looks good. No air bubbles, nice steady stream. We can close this up. Snug that down, put the cap on. I'm going to spray that with a little brake parts cleaner. Clean that up. And if you check the brake pedal and it still feels squishy, then you want to do a full brake bleed procedure. I'm going to take the inner wheel well, get this lined up, get it in the correct position. Now get this lined up, put the screws in and tighten those down. And that one. And get these lined up. Snug that one down. And get these lined up and tighten these down. Snug it down. Now install the wheel. Line that up with the holes. Get the lug bolt started. Snug those down. Now we're going to torque the lug bolts to 90 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check. And the center cap, you flip it over. There's a picture of a valve stem. You want to line that up with the valve stem. Lock it down in place. After you're done, take the key, close up the toolbox, slide it in place, push down the handle, take the cover off, and push it in place. A brake fluid reservoir cap is right here, up near the cowl. You want to take a clean rag and just wipe it off. It's a little bit hard to see the brake fluid reservoir. If you need to, and pull up this cover. Pull this cover off, That way you can see it better. Take the cap off. Right on the cap, it tells you what type of fluid to use. This is .4 brake fluid. Now I'm going to use a brake fluid extraction pump and just remove as much brake fluid as you can get. There is a screen in there. If you can pull the screen out, you can get a little more fluid. Just try to get some of the dirty fluid out. Then we're going to take some fresh brake fluid, and you want to top this off. Fill it up to the max line on the side there, and put the cap on. Now with the vehicle raised up with all four wheels off the ground, we're going to be starting with the left front caliper. Then you're going to move on to the right front caliper. After that, the left rear caliper, and then finally the right rear caliper. Now we can take the bleeder cap off. And I'm going to use a 11mm wrench over the bleeder screw. I'm putting a hose on just to make it a little bit cleaner, but you can use a drain bucket. And we're going to have an assistant in the vehicle. Go ahead and pump the pedal about 3 times and then hold it. And then we'll open up the bleeder screw. You can see fluid, a little bit of bubbles. That's okay. Close it up. Go ahead, pump 3 times and hold it. Open up the bleeder screw. No bubbles. Close it up. Go ahead, pump 3 times and hold it. Open it up. That's good. Pedal goes to the floor. Close the bleeder screw. Go ahead and pump the pedal. And you're good. You don't have to hold it. The fluid looks pretty clear. We'll close that up. Snug that up. Put the cap on. You can use a little brake fluid cleaner or brake parts cleaner if you need to. And then you're going to do the same procedure on the right front caliper. After that, you're going to check and adjust the brake fluid level. Now we're going to top it off. Take the cap off and fill it up to the max line. That's good. Put the cap on. Snug it down. Now we're on the left rear caliper. Take the cap off for the bleeder screw. Use a 10mm wrench. Then I'm going to put the hose on and have the assistant go ahead and pump the brake pedal. And then hold it down. While they're holding it, open the bleeder screw. You see the fluid come in, no bubbles. Close it up. Go ahead, pump. And hold it. Close it up. Go ahead, pump. And hold it. Open it up. Close it up. One more time. Go ahead, pump. And hold it. All right, looks good. Fluid's clean. No bubbles. Close it up. Put the cap on. You can spray it with some brake parts cleaner if you need to. And then you're going to do the same procedure on the right rear caliper. After that, you want to double check the fluid under the hood and adjust accordingly. Now double check the fluid level. Take the cap off. Top it off a little bit. Make sure it's up to the max line. Put the cap on. And if you remove this cowl cover, slide that in position and push it down. After you're all done, clean everything up. You can reinstall your wheels, torque those lug nuts to 90 foot-pounds, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.